Good morning, folks. It is Thursday, the 26th of March. It is the morning after the night before. Wow. Wow is all I can say. We went to see Gorillaz at Leeds First Direct Arena last night, me and my lad, Finlay. Wow. Yeah, I'm lost for words. Really, I am. Absolutely blinding night. The lad that was supporting them, called Chuno, from Argentina. He's from Argentina. They were a dickhead. Sat on steps exciting us. From the minute he come up, I mean, he was annoying when he was just sat and they weren't all happening. Then this Chuno come on and barely spoke a word of English, and he's, "I am Mexico." Every time he opened his mouth, he's like, "Mexico, Mexico." Even though the lad said that he was from Argentina and they were from Buenos Aires, this numpty kept. Anyway, he got told he'd got to shift from sitting on steps, as he went and sat in a seat and was complaining that, I mean, he was asked for his ticket and he was told that weren't his seat, and yeah, but I can't sit stage from my seat. Well, you can sit stage from your seat, wherever it is, because you're in an arena and it's specifically built that you can see the stage from every anyway. But he was a knob. And then after this Chuno had finished this set, the lass that was sat in front of us were talking to our Finn and were like, "Yeah, but I mean, it's all right and all that, but if you're performing in Leeds, then surely you should sing in English." I mean, what? What? And she must have been absolutely fuming when they come on stage and join Gorillaz for the last two songs. But yeah, you should be. The conversation between Afin and her started because they had to get up a couple of times during support act, because the person sat in front of me was the son. I don't know, they seemed to be firing them all together, including this young lad, which I must admit I thought were a girl at first, but there we go. But apparently we're autistic, and it got a bit much for him during the support act, which it made you wonder exactly what I thought of Gorillaz, because Gorillaz, for me, were a sensory overload. So I mean, he seemed to enjoy it, bless him. But yeah, they were fantastic. They were on stage a good 2 hours. Did quite a substantial amount of new album, but also played shed loads of the, bangers, shall we say. It took us as long to get out of the car park as it took to actually get home last night. But the car park, now here's the thing, pre-booked a car parking space, and I'd been online and had a look, and they're all in 20 and 30 quid mark, and the one that we got was 6 quid, 7 quid, and all it was basically was just a space of flattened ground, but it was slap bang next to arena. You literally, we walked out and went long way around because our family wanted to go to Starbucks for a week. But when we come out at arena end at night, we walked 200 yards at most down this street, and there we were in car park. So yeah, but yeah, it was a fantastic night. I took a couple of photos before Support and before Gorillaz come on. I didn't get the phone out the whole time that they were on stage. I can't watch. I'm 56 in May. I cannot watch a gig through my phone. This is a photo that somebody took of the Glasgow gig. Pretty much the same stage setup. Yeah, I mean it was fantastic. If I can get it all into one shot, I'll put your set list up now. Failing that, I'll put into two. But this is what they played, and as I say, they're on stage for the best part of 2 hours, and it was just sublime. It really was. What else to tell you? I had my online meeting with work yesterday. I will be awaiting a letter to tell me the outcome of that. Once I know, and I've let everybody that. Once I know what's happening, I'll let you all up know. Once I've told family and everything. Not a lot else to tell you, really. It is what it is. There's 2 potatoes wrapped in tin foil on top of cooker, which I'm assuming Vicky wants me to put in for tea tonight, which disappoints me because I was promised on the menu board it says fry up. Obviously not. Better be having that tomorrow night, I can tell you. Oh, they'll be bothered otherwise. But yeah, it's a bright and sunny day today. If you're actually stood in the sun, it is pretty warm. But if you're not stood in the sun, it's pretty nippy. Such is life. But yeah, that's about it for today. I've had a look on Time Up, and there's no springs up from Time Up in years gone by. Yeah, there we go. Not to tell you, not more to tell you. I could sit here and bang on about Gorillaz for another hour, but I won't subject you to that. There are still tickets available, so if you can manage to get to any other nights of this tour, then, and is that way inclined, I would strongly, if you've been thinking about it and you're a bit on fence about it, I would say make that jump. Do it. Do it. Because they really were that good. My ass was as numb as hell by the end of it. I said to our thing with about 4 songs to go, I really wish someone would want a pint or toilet and walk past us. Then I'd have to have a legitimate reason to stand up. Thankfully, they did encourage us to stand up for the last couple of encores songs. So yeah, enjoy your Thursday. I will see you tomorrow. Not really planned. I've got no football until Easter Monday. I've no other events lined up until we're going to see Steve Craddock at Sidwick in May, week before we go on holiday. So yeah, no plans. Vicky's got next Thursday off, which means she's got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. So I don't know if we might be going off for a day or something. But yeah, what I will leave you with, it were hard going, and you'll probably guess that by my during it. But I managed to video myself. I was practicing with this here gimbally thing. I managed to walk and video me walking from the kitchen into the room. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll say TTFN, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra. What doing you? I've been a bugger. What's this? Your butt, eh? Been eating and chewing. Eh? He's a bugger, Bow, isn't he? I'm back. I forgot to mention that I've videoed myself putting my stand on my gimbal, so we'll leave you with that. And apologies for the poor impersonations. I get bored easily. Ta-da. Dum 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 dum. It'd be easier if my fingers weren't fucking fucked and my hands weren't so shaky. Show me stuff, Bullfoot. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.